Hi everyone, welcome to another session for the course Improve Your English Proficiency. And in today's session, you will be learning about the 5 adjectives which you need to use instead of big. Myself Sonali, your tutor at Unacademy. So let's begin our session. 5 words which to use instead of big are enormous, colossal, massive, hefty, vast. See, big is also a commonly overused word. When we talk something which is extremely large in quantity or size or amount, we often end up using the word big to describe something which is large or which is great in size. So, at the end of this session, you will be learning about 5 related words which you can replace for the word big. Okay, so in the next slide, we'll discuss in brief about the meanings and example of these 5 related words. Okay, so the first one here is enormous. When something is very big, then it is called as enormous. Enormous literally means extraordinarily large in size or extent or amount or power or degree. You can use enormous to emphasize the great degree or extent of something. So for example, she lives in an enormous house with 8 bedrooms and an indoor swimming pool. Like in this example, the enormous term referring to something which is of great degree or extent. Like the house which is very big, which is extraordinarily large in size, contains 8 bedrooms and an indoor swimming pool. So the term enormous is a better word instead of big in order to describe something which is really extremely large in size or quantity or power. You can use the word enormous. This sounds really better. The next example here is Russia is an enormous country, the largest in the world. We all often use the word big, like India is also a big country. Instead of using the word big, you can use the term enormous to describe something which is extraordinarily large, as I said. So Russia is an enormous country, the largest in the world. The next word here is colossal. Colossal describes something so large or extremely great in size or force or extent. Colossal is referred to an item's physical size, but it is also used to describe the force or scope of something. Like I said, colossal is referred to an item's physical size. So, for example, a colossal piece of furniture. That is, you are describing that the piece of furniture is so large or extremely great in size. Here I have stated 2 examples for the word colossal, and the first one here is the new stadium is colossal in size and can hold 100,000 people. Like instead of using the term big in order to describe about the size, you can use the word colossal. It better describe about something which is really great in size or something which is extremely so large. Like the new stadium is colossal in size and can hold 100,000 people. The second example here is the colossal force of thunderstorm knocked down the redwood tree. Like in the previous sentence, I have said that colossal is also used to describe the force or scope of something. And in this example, you can better understand this. That is, the colossal force of thunderstorm has knocked down the redwood tree. That is the colossal, here the term colossal is used in order to describe something that is a force or scope of something. The next related word for the word big is massive. Massive means forming or consisting of a large mass, big, bulky, heavy and solid. If you describe something as massive, it means exceptionally large in quantity or size. For instance, in order to see the superstar, there were massive fans near his house. So you are describing something really large in size, or you are saying you're using massive in order to describe something which is of large mass, like consisting of large mass. Here I have stated two examples for the word massive, and the first one here is the road was blocked by a massive boulder which had rolled down from the mountain. Like you're describing massive because in this example you have used the term massive in order to describe something which is exceptionally large in quantity or size, that is boulder. So instead of using big, you can use the word massive. That sounds really better. Computers are able to process massive amounts of data in mere seconds. See, as I said, massive is something which is large in quantity or size. So here the massive is describing for the computers, like computer is able to process massive, that is large amount of data in mere seconds. So the next time when you are trying to talk about something which is exceptionally large in quantity or size, try to use the word massive. That's really a better word, and the massive word is really descriptive. Hefty. Something that's hefty is fairly big and heavy. Hefty objects are large and bulky. You can describe people as hefty when they are big and strong, possessing physical strength and weight. Hefty literally means considerable weight and size. For example, he is a tall and hefty athlete. Like you're saying, here hefty is used in order to describe the person. That is, he is big and strong, possessing physical strength and power and weight. The next example here is the phone will come with a hefty price tag. Like here hefty is used in order to convey the meaning that the phone will come with fairly big price tag. So instead of using big, you can use the word hefty. It gives power to the vocabulary and also power to the sentence. The next word which you need to be using instead of common word big is vast. Vast means extremely big, of a great amount, degree or quantity or intensity, or especially in extent or range. Something is vast means usually large in size or number. For instance, China has vast reserves of natural gas and oil. That is, you are specifying something really which is of great amount or quantity, or which is extremely big in size, in number. The next example here is the universe is so vast than you think, than you imagine. Like you are trying to say that the universe is extremely big. So instead of using the term big, you can use the word vast. It better describe something which is really of great amount or which is extremely large in size or number. Okay, so I end up my lesson here. I hope you will use these related words instead of using the common term big. See, I would suggest you people that try to use these words in your daily conversation, as it will give power to your vocabulary, as well as you will improve your English language skills. You can use these words which I have discussed in my previous lessons too. Try to use these adjectives in order to describe something, and when you practice, you will get used to it. So I hope my lessons will be helpful to you, and if my lessons are helping you in any way, then please do rate it, review it, recommend it, and most importantly, share it with your friends. Thank you for watching this lesson. Keep learning.